Hello traders, it's Graham here from Kilted Trading. Very excited to talk to you guys today on our brand new webcast for the Kilted Price Action Trader. I think it's going to be an awesome contribution to the set of indicators we already have, and I guess for more of those traditionalists in the market who like to look at pure price action. So for those guys, we've got something I think you'll quite like, and the purpose of this session is basically to give you a whirlwind tour of what we've set up, what the ideas were behind it, and how we can trade the markets using the Kilted Price Action Trader. So as normal, let's get right into it. So here we have set up I guess a fairly common setup with professional traders, traders like myself who trade the markets. What we've basically got here, and I recommend that you set this up when you start out using the Kilted Price Action Trader, is we've got the daily chart here, our main chart. We've got the 4-hour and the 15-minute chart here. Now I recommend that you actually have a 1-hour chart, or in this case I'm using a 15-minute chart, but this is really for taking your entries. So what I'd recommend in the PDF that you can download when you purchase the indicator is that you have the daily, the 4-hour chart, and the 1-hour chart. But for illustration purposes, we'll look at the 15-minute because there's something setting up as we speak at the moment where it's a good illustration that can walk you through it. So if we look at we'll actually use the 15-minute chart to have a look at the actual indicator itself. So we'll go in here. So I've cleared a lot of the other sort of indicators we have. So here on the main window here, this is the price action trader that we have set up. So if we go into the settings very quickly, before we do that, I'm just going to make mention we've got the Kilted strength meter down in the bottom. It's an excellent complement for this price action trader, as we'll see in a minute. But if we look at the settings, we've really gone above and beyond on this one. I feel we've packed in an awful lot into this indicator, which is pure price action. It's not going to give you the buy and the sell signals. What it's going to give you is good entry points to the market, and show you a little bit more about structure. So if we look at the settings we've got on here, we've actually got a fairly straightforward, typical of most traders, simpler the better. We've got one fast moving average, a slightly slower sort of moving average. So we'll call those our sort of go zone sort of indicators, if you like. And then we've got the longer term simple moving average for direction. So most traders, most professional traders, even those trading most markets are the same. Most traders are going to have the 200, whether it be an EMA or an SMA, simple moving average, on the chart. It's one of those key price indicators. Generally speaking, if the price is above the 200s, you're looking to go long. If it's below the 200, you're looking to go short. Is this a basic rule? So if you just looking at the chart here, we can see we've got a lot of activity on the chart in terms of price action, and what we're showing here is candlestick patterns. But if you don't like that, if it's a bit too busy for you, you can basically take all of that off, guys, and you can trade without any indicators. So it keeps your chart nice and clean, if that's what you like. But if we get back to the indicator itself, so we'll show the moving averages. In this case, we've had a nice run down here. So you can see the moving averages, whenever they're coiled up like this, you're sort of looking for some sort of price action to get you actually into the market. In this case, we've actually broken lower. So let's show some of the candles. We won't show these, but this is a good illustration. We've got sort of called up action here, and we've got a bearish engulfing, which could have got us into the market here, triggered us in. You want your stop loss typically behind your last sort of swing high. In this case, we've even got this sort of strong resistance line, which is it was support, now resistance. That would be a good place to have your stop above here. And look, we've had this nice run down. But the key thing here is you've got these. What you'll see is the labels for the candlestick patterns. Now we've picked out what we think is the most prominent candlestick patterns that give probable signals. We've got some here, for example, we've got bearish engulfing. Now if you hover over each one, it's going to tell you a little bit about the pattern itself, but we're all about automating things here, Kilted Trading, so we've got all of these painted on the chart for you. Now if you're looking for particular price action, say you're looking to go short the market and you want to use the simple moving average as a bit of an indication for that, you can elect to show price action relative to the slow moving average, the SMA, which is why we've only got the short candles on here as we look at the chart to the right. Now we can see, interestingly, we've got some bullish price action here, right? So this is looking like a nice setup actually. The reason I say that is we're seeing a bit of a trend here in terms of strength to the upside. So we've had a good push down. We've had a retracement effectively to the 200, but it looks as if it's wanting to go higher. Bear in mind this is a 15-minute chart, guys, but we've had a few pins in here as well. Sort of come down, retested the 200 and the 20 as well, and we're pushing off of that effectively at the moment. You can also stick on your other favorite indicators. I've got here my MACD, for example, which is also pinging a sort of long here. We've got the cross. We can see we've got the cross of the signal line, which is indicating it's looking rather bullish. But back to the indicator itself. So you've got, you can choose to show your bearish candles, your bullish candles. You can show the candles relative to the SMA to keep you on the safe side of the market. And you can see here how effective this is. We've got the MACD here triggering. I've just gone long here, it looks like. And then also we've built in, we can have the labeled candlestick patterns sensitive to, the various EMAs. So in this case, this one's going to be sensitive to the 20 EMA. With the default is a 50. Which is a good one. We recommend that you sort of keep that there. And so you can see, guys, there's an awful lot that's actually gone into this indicator itself, and it gives you some nice visual on the market structure, which we like to see. Looking for, as I say, the daily for direction. In this case, we'll be looking at the 4 hour for the setups, and then coming down to the 15-minute in this example, particularly that might be the 1 hour as well, perfectly acceptable. You really just want to get down to those smaller time frames to take your entries, so a bit more precision there. But the thing that we're really excited to share with you guys, it's been a bit of a while coming, but it's something I've been working on for a while in terms of how I could get something sort of set up that's a bit more fluid in terms of a checklist, and had a light bulb moment, as I mentioned in one of the other sessions podcast, where we've built basically a scoring system right into the indicator itself. So in this case, we'd look at this one and say, okay, I want to score this one. So what we see is you've got a rating, a score. You can hover on that as well. That will give you a little bit of a tooltip on what we're doing here. So the idea of this is so that you both journal your trades so that you can exhibit that you showed good discipline and it sort of met the sort of general rules that we've actually put in here. We will be bringing this into all our other indicators actually, because it's a good checklist just to refresh your memory in terms of what the rules are around the various systems, if you like, that we have. We've got the Kilted Trend Pilot, obviously we've got that one, and we've also got a strategy on the Kilted Strength Mirror. But this one around the price action is just some general things that keep you on the right side of the market in terms of making a disciplined decision or entry. So let's go through these. So we've got our low score here. So the first thing we want to know, do we know how much we're actually risking? I never take a trade unless I know how much money I'm risking. So generally that would be a 1-2% sort of risk profile. So well, for this purposes of this, we'll assume we're about to pull the trigger on this one. We've got our entry set up with our correct lot size so that we only take 1 or 2% risk. Have you checked for any obstacles in the way? Yes, we have. We've got our sort of resistance line up here. We had our support line down here. So we've got a bit of free room to trade here. We can see we've got a bit of a problem area here. You could argue, but for the purposes of this, we will say that's our the line that we're sort of worried about. So we'll click that one. Still, you can see we're slow scoring. Any news events. So this is most important, guys. Is when I was starting out trading, I never really checked news events until I realised how important they are and really can mess up a really good trade. So always check the news events. So that's the other check. So you can see now, these are the 3 things you want to check with any trade, any system. I don't care what system you're actually trading, you really want to check these 3 things first. So you can see we're starting off with a medium score now. It's looking a bit better because we've done these. Also, most important, check the higher time frame. If we check the higher time frame, so in this case we had a 15-minute chart. We really want to be looking at the 4-hour and the daily for direction, making sure we've got confidence in our sort of trading decision here. So these two are mutually exclusive, the 5.1, 5.2. Certainly if you're using a trend-based system, which I am in this example, I want to be seeing that we're actually in a trade, and this has shown me that we are. Another good reason to have the Kilted Strength Meter handy. We do have a reasonably strong trend here to the upside. We've got the blue above the red, so that matches our sort of entry position here, so we'll tick that one. And then basically what we're saying, do we have some other form of confluence, and whether it be you're using Bollinger Bands, you're using your RSIs, you're using stochastics, some other sort of level of confirmation to get in the market. So we've got our MACD here, which is an excellent indicator when used correctly. So we'll tick that one, and now we have a high score. So now we're in a pretty good position to take a trade. We've done a due diligence. We've passed the little litmus test, if you like, to take a trade, and off we go. So this here, I haven't seen anyone do this on TradingView, so I think this is a bit of a first for TradingView in terms of having something built right into your indicator which follows the rules. It took me a little while to get this coded up the way I like it, so we wanted to get this the score off to the side of the price action so it's not interfering too heavily, which is really good. And I think this is going to be a great addition to our indicators. As I say, we'll be incorporating this style of trading score into all our other indicators. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the first 3 are definitely going to be in all of them, because that's a must. So all I have left to say is we're still in lockdown here in Melbourne. I see the cases have gone up to 238 today, which is just released, so we're looking like we're not going to head out of lockdown anytime soon. So I did promise that we would give some really good pricing on our Kilted price action trader indicator, and we have not disappointed. We are offering this for the period of lockdown. While Melbourne stays in lockdown, we are offering this indicator, this amazing indicator, at $50. Believe it or not, that is it. That is the price of probably an Uber Eats or a menu log takeaway for most folks for two. So with that said, what you're also getting is, let's have a look, and you guys are going to love this. Coded right into the indicator, we have every single pattern that you would like to trade, all coded in there as an alert. So as an example, you might be on the 4-hour chart. Let's say we're on a 4-hour chart. We want to set up a morning star, let's say, some bullish price action on the 4-hour to signal getting, having a look at the market to get interest on a trade on the lower time frame to go long. It is all all coded in here for you guys. You basically set up your alert. Make sure you click on once per bar lows, because we're looking for the setup to appear, or the candlestick to appear at the end of a bar closing. And then typically what I'll do, I'll put in GBP, USD, and say this was the 4-hour. I know we're on the 15-minute, but just assume this was on the 4-hour. That'll create a trigger for me. Once this pattern is shown on the chart on the 4-hour, it's going to send me an alert straight to my phone. I can jump on, have a look at, see what the market's doing, and then decide to take an entry. It is simple as that, guys. And there is a plethora of your favorite price action candlestick patterns there. So we've got engulfing bearish, we've got engulfing bullish, we've got our evening stars, we've got our hammers, we've got haramis, we've got long inside bars, long pin bars. I love pin bars. I have to admit, I trade a lot of pin bars. Inside bars are great again, especially with moving within the trend. You have an inside bar which is having a bit of a resting period. If the mother bar is bullish, then you go bullish. If the mother bar is bearish, you go bearish. It's as simple as that, guys. And my advice would be set up your alerts on your sort of entry or setup time frame. So for me in this setup, it's on the 4-hour, so I'd be setting up my alerts on the 4-hour to get into the market, and away we go. So that is our Kilted price action trader indicator. It's packed with features. We think you're going to love it, and we think you're going to really love it at the price we're offering at $50, guys. So it won't last long. Hopefully we come out of lockdown pretty quickly. It will be there until lockdown. Thereafter the prices will be going up. So as I say always, look after your families, stay safe out there. I know a lot of people doing it tough. Hopefully this makes it a little bit easier for those looking at the market. I know there's a lot of people speculating on the market at the moment, sort of opening trading accounts, don't really know what they're doing. We think we've got some really good fundamental sort of systems in place and indicators like this one to keep you on the right side of the market. So play it safe, guys. Happy trading, and speak soon.